And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Orange Blossom Social. I am your humble correspondent, Bobby Randall, with my sidekick and pal, Dangerous Dave, everybody. Say hello. Good morning. Morning, sir. You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. The whole gang is here. Captain Kurt's here. And is Fast Eddie here? Fast Eddie's here. All right. And about half of our motorcycle gang's here because Kurt's with us today. And Mike, some of the guys we ride with around here are here. So we're almost a gang again. Although my motorcycle is in the shop. It's dead. So
it should be about done now, isn't it?
Well, the lady said that it's another story. But I'll figure that out today. I got to go talk to her about that.
Confession about his motorcycle is that me and Mike worked on it. Now it's in the shop.
Yeah, my buddies worked on it for a couple days. Now it's in the shop.
You're a little too honest there, Dave. Some things need to know.
Well,
I can tell you a solution.
Yeah, what's that?
No.
Buy
Yeah.
Buy a Honda?
Bingo.
Yeah, awesome.
Then it wouldn't
Where
break
was that
down.
post today? Was that on your thing or just on?
Yeah. No, it was just on the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Regular thing. Well, a special shout out to our old buddy Mickey. Hope those hemorrhoids are bothering you. Good morning, everybody. Look at all the family here. Everybody's packed in here. Somebody brought us donuts. Who brought the marijuana brownies back there? You did awesome, man.
I need those.
I got back. There was brownies back there, and Mike, our buddy Mike, is an ex-police officer. He said these look like marijuana brownies. He's an expert, and I said, well, let's try them and see if
He didn't tell me about those.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know what they were. Well, thank you for the brownies. People brought donuts.
Thank you for the donuts.
I've eaten more donuts today than I have in a week, but they're awesome. And thank you, whoever brought everything. We don't need any of that, but God bless you for bringing it and adding to our diabetes. So I don't have diabetes. But anyway, a wonderful weekend at the Orange Blossom Opry. We had a couple of great shows. It was awesome.
Weekend, it felt like a month, man. That was the longest work week ever.
When did we start playing, Monday or Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Excuse me. Yeah, we started playing on Tuesday. We played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And a couple of those days were two show days.
Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday were two shows days.
Yeah. So it's okay. But we had yesterday off. Did you enjoy your day off?
I did. I didn't do a dang thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to put plumbing in. I'm doing a poor man's, what do you call it?
Irrigation.
Irrigation system, yeah. I'm trying to, instead of putting a real irrigation system in, I'm going along the fence and putting this 3/4-inch PVC pipe all the way down to the road and then just putting these little exit things out there with faucets on it. So I've been doing that, and that was what I did on my day off. I usually get that blue stuff under my fingernails. Anyway, back to work today, and then tomorrow, I found out some information that I did not know, and I wish I had known prior to this about the DeSoto Detroit Tigers. It's the DeSoto Tigers testimony band are these guys that got together, and you've been saying along the whole way,
yeah.
oh, hey, these boys are bad, they're bad. And you keep telling me this harmonica player is really good, so when he gets here, I'll have to have something sabotage on his...
We'll put some bubble gum in his harp. And
You know what the Beach Boys did to me? The Beach Boys put hot sauce in my harmonica. That, honest to God. We're playing at the State Fair in Indiana, and there was 17,000 people there, and we'd been touring. It was us and the Beach Boys, and we had this record out, Sawyer Brown, that I played harmonica on. It was The Moon is... It's called My Baby's Gone anyway. So I played a harmonica solo. Well, for some reason, I looked and like a bunch of the Beach Boys were out on the side of the stage, and we'd been doing a bunch of dates with them. And I thought, I wonder why are they out here? It's kind of odd that they'd be here. And so we play the song every day. Same thing. I'd go over, and Carl was our road manager. He'd hand me that harmonica, and I'd pick it up and play it, blah blah blah, and throw it all part of the show. Man, I sucked in on that baby. And it was wildfire from there on. They had filled it up with hot Tabasco sauce, And everybody was in on it. Light guys, everybody. They're all the lights on me, and everybody's just back there. So I wouldn't do that to him. But I heard he's an awesome harmonica player.
Oh yeah. And both guitar players are amazing. But the one guitar player, Jonathan Long, they call him Boogie Long. He actually won the 2011 Guitar Center King of the Blues competition.
Yeah, really. I wonder how you do that. I guess you get
It back in like 2009, 2010, somewhere. Guitar Center started a competition where it was you go to your local Guitar Center and it was round robin. You win one week and you have to go back.
Oh, wow.
And then they did stores and they did cities and they did regions and they did states.
Oh,
and then it was
wow.
national. Well, that same year that he did that, I actually had entered that King of the Blues competition, and I got all the way to the Texas State finals.
Pretty cool. In Texas, what state was he in? Rhode
Louisiana,
Island?
I believe.
Huh?
Louisiana,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But the guy that won the Texas State though was
Well, there's a
smoking.
bunch of bad. These guys are bad boys, according in their resume is
pretty impressive. Yeah.
pretty impressive. Yeah. So this might be when is this? Tomorrow night. I wish I'd have known this earlier, but not that it mattered. But man, we probably need to see this. And the whole thing bad about this is we're opening for them.
Yep.
So now they put us up and they have these guys in there. So you know how much they love us here. Thank you, Heather, putting us on in front of all these.
And Walter Trout.
Yeah, and Walter Trout, right? Put us out there in front of that. Well, that's tomorrow night, and it's that'll be awesome.
That's just a show of confidence in you guys. That's all. You don't want to be challenged by nothingness.
I do want to say about this blues series that Heather and Roger have brought in that every week it's getting better and better and better.
Yeah, it is.
The acts are just amazing.
Yeah, it was okay when it started out, but I'd say
Eric Johansson 2 weeks ago was just, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, I think these guys here tomorrow are going to raise the roof.
Yep.
As well. Okay. Well, anyway, last weekend, what about our Brooks and Dunn show?
Oh, that was a ball.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I think we surprised some people with a special guest appearance.
Yeah, that was so funny. Well, people have said you look like Kix Brooks anyway, right before he died. But no. He said he looks like Kix Brooks anyway when you're up there on stage. And so you got the shirt. Where'd you get the shirt?
I had to order it, and
Yeah,
it took forever to get here.
Oh, really?
And then when it got here, it was just a bit small. So, I don't know if that shirt's going to be making...
There couldn't have been a little weight change since the time you ordered it.
No.
By any chance, Rosa?
No.
A couple dozen damn donuts.
course-
Maybe that'll do that.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, all right. But it was awesome. It was really good. We need to keep that song in the set, though.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because it's a good
That was
song. Rock My World, a little country girl. And anyway, Kenny Evans was awesome. As always, two sold-out shows. Who else was here this weekend? I can't even remember.
We had
Doobie.
Brothers Doobie
Oh,
on
Brothers
Saturday.
Doobie. Yeah, they were.
And they were good.
First time here, the Brothers Doobie, and I thought they were really good. Yeah.
And for a Doobie Brothers tribute, they sure sounded a lot like Journey.
Yeah. Well, that dude sings like Journey, but we'll just move along with that.
They have a Journey tribute also.
Yeah, the guy does
Yeah,
Journey.
and so they did their encore was a Journey song. And
Well-
it was really, really good.
I have to be here really early in the morning, and I was tired, and so sometimes we have in the dressing room back there. There's big TV, and you can watch the show. So I thought I'll just go back there and sit in this chair and maybe take a little nap and watch the show. So I watched a couple of those things. I went to sleep, and I was sleeping, and all of a sudden I heard, "Don't stop!" And I went, "What the hell? What happened? What happened?" So I come flying out of the chair, but that was their encore song.
Yep.
Right? Yep, they were pretty good. I'll tell you what's going to be interesting this weekend, y'all, is the Tina Turner tribute show. I spoke with those folks last night, a little bit yesterday, but then again last night. This is going to be pretty cool. They said that this girl is awesome.
I believe it. I've saw the demo video, and it looks really, really good.
Yeah, well,
This is her first time here, too, right?
Yes.
Yep, we got a bunch of first timers. And then our old pal, our old buddy, our old prankster buddy, Rhonda Vincent will be here this weekend on Sunday.
But before that, Friday night, it's Riders in the Sky.
Oh yeah, the Cowboy Way.
I can't wait for those guys.
Yeah, they're awesome. I always tell this story, but phone is unavailable. I always tell this story. When I first moved to Nashville, I didn't know anybody but this one guy, and he said, "Hey, you want to go hear some music?" Of course. I'm tired of looking at the walls. And we would go to this place called the Wind in the Willows, which I don't even know if it's there. It probably isn't anymore. And hear Riders in the Sky. They were long before they got all their stuff going. They were just getting started. They were only 3-piece back then. But they used to play on Wednesday nights in Nashville, and I'd go down there on Wednesdays. But first we'd go to Morrison's, because at Morrison's Cafe or Buffet, for $5, you could eat as much food as you wanted. So I'd eat enough for the week because I didn't have any money. As always, here on the Orange Blossom Social, we take your questions. If any of you folks in the audience have any questions, we're here for that. Also on Facebook, what happened to our high technology thing? Is it still at the Harley shop too? Did you guys work on that?
Yeah, probably.
You and Mike work on this thing?
On the little teleprompter?
Yeah, we just have a little teleprompter up here that was pretty cool where we could figure out what we were doing, but now we have to do hand signals with Captain.
Now we got to hear Kurt talk to us.
Captain Kurt will let us know if there's any question. My friend Kirk Dundas is here, and I own $40. I don't have any money, so if you all folks would mind taking up a collection, a couple of bucks between all y'all here each, and it'd be
Want a donut?
Yeah, I could give him. I think he'd be happy if I got like 35 or 36 bucks and a couple donuts. But I went and picked up my violin, and it's working much better now. Kurt's one of the boys that ride with us, ride Harleys with us around here. You have 2 bikes down here or 1? 2? Yeah, I saw that other bike is bad, man. You know who was here? It was a guy that worked on your motorcycle was here. Johnny Speaker was here a couple days ago.
Yeah, he said he was coming for the Brothers Doobie.
Yeah, he was at the Brothers Doobie show. Yeah, well, pot smokers, that's how they are. No, he's an old friend of ours. Anyway, so who the Riders in the Sky this weekend, Rhonda Vincent. Rhonda Vincent is like the queen of bluegrass. There's nobody, she's like the Ricky Skaggs or the Bill Monroe of the girls, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
I don't know that there's anybody any more popular, would you say that, than Rhonda Vincent?
Or no, definitely no. And I mean, I guess Alison Krauss is pretty well known, but Rhonda Vincent is the queen.
If I were to try to compare those two and use a metaphor, because Allison's kind of laid back,
Yeah.
So Allison is like marijuana gumbies, and Rhonda Vincent is crack cocaine. Hope you're listening, Rhonda. You'll love that one. That'll be good. That'll be great. Well, I mean that just being funny, but Allison's kind of calm, laid back, and Rhonda Vincent's wildfire. And if I had to sit, I don't have to sit and listen, but if I were, I'd probably pick Rhonda. She's exciting. She's always funny.
She's a hoot, yeah.
And one thing about Rhonda Vincent, if you ever watch her, I've always said she's got this gift, man, but she can play her voice like an instrument almost. People open their mouth and start singing, and lots of people shouldn't. But they think they can sing and they should just hush. But she has the ability to just make her voice like you can play your guitar or something. Because I watch her do stuff with her voice. It's amazing. So
speaking of people that think they can sing,
yeah.
If you think you can sing and you're under 30, you have a couple spots left open for the Rising Star contest.
Oh, we sure do. Do we still have a few left?
We do. Yeah, there's a couple spots left. You can it's contest at OBO, right? Contest at obopry.com.
Yeah.
Send your information. Neil Bogus will get a hold of you. And if you're under 30 and you want to perform on the stage with the Orange Blossom Band backing you up and have your chance at $1,000.
Yeah.
And a opening for one of our major acts, get your material
together.
in.
Yeah, but if you're over 30, you're just out, right?
Yeah, you're out of luck because we already had that contest.
You're just old.
You're washed up. If you're over
Billy
30.
Losi won that one.
Yeah, Billy did. Yeah. Yeah, Ty Love will be here this Thursday, y'all. I don't know why. I think he's coming just to sing a few songs.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I love Ty.
I saw that on the thing. Awesome guy. Watch for good things for Ty Love.
For our viewers that don't know, Ty won last year's competition. So
Yeah, Ty's a good guy too. On top of that, Gary Puckett and the Union Gap will be here on March 29th. When I heard that, I thought, well, damn, he must be 100.
those guys are cool, man.
You know, when you see him, man, I don't know how old he is, but he looks, well, he doesn't look, in his 20s, but he's awesome, still sings good. And
They still wear them green coats with the sergeant stripes on them.
yeah, what's up with the sergeant stripes? Do
You know, you'd think after all these years they would have got a promotion.
Yeah, right. Well, you'd think in today's times, of course, nobody cares about something that's good, but there's sergeant stripes from the military, but they're upside down. And so,
Maybe they're British stripes.
Oh, are the British stripes upside down?
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. Well, maybe they're from Pennsylvania.
Oh, that could be. Then they're all messed up.
Yeah, yeah, that may be that. Well, I wonder if there's if they just did that, or if there's a message to that. If there's some, why did he?
I believe he actually discusses that in the show a little bit.
Of his sergeant stripes being
Yeah.
upside down.
Or the sergeant stripes period, the uniforms, I think. He
Yeah, they
talks
still
about
wear
that.
that. They wore that because they are the Union Gap. It's a wonder somebody hasn't tried to protest that. They protest everything else.
Yeah, well.
We could start something.
You want to? Let's
Yeah,
do that. Let's
yeah.
get a bunch of people. Y'all show up at the Union Gap thing with picket signs.
Protesting.
Start picketing. You don't have to.
Help.
You don't even have to have a good reason to picket these days, or to rebel. You just
That or
gotta,
We get the
Pocket
news
signs.
here, get some free advertising.
yeah. Just all you got to do is show up like everybody else and be an idiot, and you'll be right. You'll fit right in with those guys. Young girl, remember that song? That was a Get Out of My Mind. And woman, I can't sing like him, but those were big records, and those were out when I was a teenager. So he's got to be.
He's up there.
Yeah, what's up there? Like 90s or
No,
tri-
he's in his
is he
80s.
triple digits?
Yeah, 80s.
These days here, you can ask anybody anything. Let's see. How old is Gary Puckett?
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh, man.
Well,
He's 82.
82.
Yes, I
You
figured.
don't have Gary Puckett Woody's birth year listed in your contacts.
Oh, and don't call Gary Puckett. No, now he's
man.
calling Gary Puckett. No, don't do that. Don't call Gary Puckett. He was born, what?
He's 82 years old. He was born on October 17th, 1942.
Oh, 19. Oh, 19.
1942.
Handsome rascal, though.
Yeah.
Still a
You know,
handsome
he's
rascal.
older than your J45.
Older than my guitar. That is true. My phone is going to start doing weird stuff here, and we don't need to call Gary Puckett. Okay, that's awesome. All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, he's always a good show. I'll tell you somebody else that's going to be here this month as we wind up the end of the month. March 28th is our Friday Night Live, and there's two big words next to that: sold out. So if you're interested in coming, come on. And you can listen in the parking lot. We could do that.
We'll crack the back door open.
We could do that. We could put speakers out in the parking lot and sell
I'll bet
tickets.
Dave knows how somebody could watch it even if they can't be here.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Yeah, actually, if you happen to be even remotely tech savvy, you can watch it on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, the Orange Blossom Opry YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe and like, share, comment, all the good stuff. You can also watch it on the Facebook page.
Oh, you can? Now, that's where I watch it, is on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
I do not.
My parents, my mom really likes it when it's on YouTube because she can put it on her big TV.
yeah.
Mom and Dad watch us almost every night.
You have to watch all those ads. That's the only thing I hate about
You know, I don't know. I need to ask her, I guess.
Captain Kurt.
You can, I think you can pay for something and get.
You can
the
get,
app.
yeah,
Wow.
YouTube Premium.
There you go.
Yeah.
You could-
But
you
she when she watches it on Facebook, she has to watch it on her iPad because she can't broadcast
I
it to her
see,
TV.
yeah.
But
here's your answer. If you watch any replay, it doesn't matter whose video it is, you will have to watch ads.
yeah, they put it. But,
Nothing to do with us. That's all Google.
yeah, and it seems like the more popular, the more ads.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And why?
Yeah, we
why
get
on
all
a-
the ads like
why
that.
on
so
our
I guess
show?
there's only one ad on ours.
Yeah, there's only one ad on ours, and they keep running
The
the
blue
same
pill?
one. No,
Is
the
that-
blue pill and Depends. So what are they saying about our audience?
It's not about the audience; it's about you. Because
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the
Google
audience.
sets it up-
Me?
Yeah.
Google sets it up per user.
I don't need either. Thank you very much.
Are you
about the
are you
content.
official sponsor?
No, I'm good in both departments.
Hey, they're
So
only $29.97 at Walmart.
They said they're gonna make some Bobby Randall Depends.
Oh, boy. This is
listen,
going off the rails.
it's going off the rails. All right, here's a funny story. I'll try to keep as clean and possible as I can. So,
Uh-oh.
I've been plagued my whole life with kidney stones. I've probably had 20 of them, at least 15, if not more. And I end up in the hospital. Well, my urologist is my doctor in Michigan, is my friend, Steve Jensen. And so we go, I have this kidney stone thing. Well, I had a big concert in Upper Michigan at a fair with the Bobby Randall Band. So I'm in, and it's on Saturday, and I'm in the hospital. So I get out of the hospital, and if you've ever had a kidney stone, that's not the worst of it. The worst of it is if you have to have a damn stint, and that's the worst. So I had to have a stint, and I had to have it for 10 days. Well, I have to go do this concert. Well, when you have the stint, you have to wear Depends. So I have, in fact, wore Depends. But they also, for those of you who don't notice, I wear pretty tight jeans. So anyway, so I had to go buy these jeans, size 40s. So I put on these size 40s with these damn Depends, and on stage, there I go, up playing. And that's happened to me at least 2 or 3 different times in my life. I've had to go on stage and play wearing big old baggy pants.
I'll bet those
because of kidney
pictures are on the internet.
yeah, yeah. Look at that boy. Yeah. So there's my my Depends story. I have, but
If there are pictures like that, just blame it on AI. Say that they're fake.
Yeah.
they're fake. That's not me. Let's blame him on Mickey Adams. Oops, did I say that? He's Mickey Adams again. Everybody, y'all know Mickey was our guitar player here. He was a nice guy. We all miss him, but I fired his ass. And he is being ugly on Facebook again. You know, and I love you, Mickey. Just want you to know, no matter how ugly you are on Facebook, that we still love you. That's what I have to say about that. Dr. Carl Bennett will be here, who does a great John Denver, and that's almost sold out. And is that 2 shows? It usually
Yes.
is 2 shows on March 30th. And man, if you're a John Denver fan, you don't want to miss this one because this guy's the cat daddy.
Yeah, I wonder if his granddaughters are going to get up and do the finale again like last year. That was cool.
Oh, they did or didn't?
They did. Yeah, he's got these really cute little granddaughters. They're like 4 and 5, or maybe they might be 6 now or something like that. But they get up and they sing. And his youngest granddaughter, she's gonna be a star, man. She gets up there and she'll.
Oh, really?
You have to get her the seat and with a cushion on it, and she has to get up on it. And she gets her microphone and she'll throw her hair back.
Oh, awesome. Well,
She's awesome.
I don't have kids. I don't have any kids. And but 4 and 5-year-old daughters, aren't they? I mean, people who've had kids, aren't they awesome? That's when they're beautiful. Because don't you wake up when they're like 16 and look at them and go, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah.
That's what I would think. I couldn't imagine having a 16-year-old daughter. Woo. Anyway, but they're hopefully they'll be here.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Back to Dr. Carl. He's awesome. I don't know that anybody could sing John Denver probably any better than him.
He does a great job.
We're pretty certain John won't be. So that's over. But Dr. Carl's great. And he doesn't, what do I want to say? He doesn't fake it or try to do that because he comes and sings some other songs a lot of times, and he still sounds like John Denver.
He told me the last time he was here, and he got up and sang with us what was it, last week? Or
Yeah,
a week
yeah.
before. We're rubbing off on him.
Yeah? Oh, why?
He found a new guitar.
Oh, he bought a guitar?
He hasn't bought it yet, but he's thinking about it.
Well, those guitars he has are really expensive.
Yeah, it's like $4,000.
Yeah, I knocked one of them over one time and went, oh, how did that happen? Yeah, one of those Taylor.
Yeah, but he was telling me about that Taylor came out with a new model, and he's like, I might have to have one of those.
Oh,
So we're giving him the gas.
good, because my wife, I need to buy more guitars. I got my taxes finished. I finished, my brother-in-law did my taxes.
He's doing ours too.
Yeah, well,
Charlene's not happy.
came out better than I thought it was going to. So it didn't sting anywhere near to what I
See,
thought it was going to.
Charlene found out that I don't spend as much money on gear as she thought I did.
Yeah, and now you have a reason to spend more
Right?
because it's all a tax write-off, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I say. I wrote off everything. He said, "Can you think of anything else?" I said, "I get my nails done every 2 weeks. So what about that? So that's $10 a crack for 2 fingernails."
And see, me and Keith running around all over the state of Florida going to guitar shops is going to pay off because we can claim that mileage.
Well, I claimed it because they didn't know I wasn't with you.
Do you have a question for us?
Yeah. There's a couple questions.
This lady, I thought she was holding up her hand.
Let's get
oh,
Mike,
okay.
Mike
That's okay.
over there. Guy in the front. You got to say your name and where you're from.
Rich Winter, Ocala, Florida.
Are you from Ocala?
No, Vermont. Vermont.
Vermont.
Okay, from Vermont, Florida. Yeah, what's up? Good morning.
Yeah, I got to ask you, where do you come up with your jokes? When you kind of like tie in the village people, et cetera, where the heck do you get those?
I don't know. Some of them
It's genetic, I think.
some of them I make up. I really try not to steal jokes from other people, but I may hear a joke or hear a story and hear something and try to twist it around to be something a little different or make
Speaking
it
of that,
work for the situation. But my mom was a comedian, and my mom did all and never stole jokes. But she didn't tell. Well, she did tell some jokes, I believe. But she played guitar and sang and did this little character called Aunt Lizzie, and she played and sang kind of parody songs. But again, she didn't steal people's stuff. Yeah. What?
So did Kenny steal your joke or did you steal his joke?
Which one?
The Mickey Mouse joke.
Yeah, I don't know. I've told that joke before, but
See,
I
think Kenny might have borrowed it.
yeah, he did. He did. But
It worked out good though.
Yeah, I made the one up about when he said, "You know what I learned about these 55-year-old places?" That was off the cuff.
That was good.
That was off the cuff. That I.
Yeah,
thought
Ken
I don't know.
does a lot of the retirement villages.
I've, pretty much most of my life, I've been a smart ass. And I don't know why, but when I was in high school, I got bullied a lot, and but I had a wicked mouth because I didn't like that, So guys would pick on me. I was not afraid to fight or afraid to, say, go somewhere, and I learned the fastest way to get in a fight is to do a mom joke about some guy when he says that's the quickest way to cut to the chase, and so. Generally, somebody says something mean to me, and then it was then fists are flying. But I don't do that so much anymore. But I've always just been able to think of funny stuff. My mom, who's 92 years old and blind, still has an amazing sense of humor, and is still in some of the toughest, difficult times and trying to move her around and stuff. She can still say some of the funniest things off the cuff because she's just got that. Maybe some of that wore off on me. My dad was a truck driver, so all he did was cuss a lot. But my mom, my mom when she was younger, my mom was a pretty good singer. She sang in the choir and stuff when she was a little girl. But she played. My dad sang. My dad played in a band with his dad they played together for years with Kurt's dad. But my mom was probably a better singer than my dad. My dad kind of sang like that old Hank Williams stuff, that kind. But my mom could actually sing real good and sing harmony. So she might have been the better of the two. I don't know. Your parents play music?
No, actually, neither of my parents. My dad sings really well, but he never pursued it or anything.
Yeah.
He sings at church,
Yeah.
But mom, she just listened to a lot of music, and that's where I got my eclectic taste in music. Because mom listened to more like the pop, like Sandy Patty, Patsy Cline, that kind of stuff, Linda Ronstadt. And my dad was the Waylon and Ed Bruce and that kind of stuff.
What about you, Eddie? Who told you could sing?
I was forced into karaoke when the music industry changed.
Did you do karaoke? Didn't you?
I did some big productions. I did some karaoke type shows. We incorporated, and we were doing shows in Amway centers. We had that idea before American Idol.
Oh,
yeah,
you
we
did?
were doing it. Yeah, we incorporated it and everything. I think the other two guys have died, so I think I probably still own the rights to that stylist.
I
Yeah.
got it. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember when that started happening. When I was a kid at weddings, I was playing weddings. As a matter of fact, somebody showed up here at the Orange Blossom Opry a couple of weeks ago and said, "You played at our wedding." I said, "I did?" And they said, "Yeah, in 1968. I said, "Dang, I was only like 15 or something." But I was playing weddings when I was a kid. And that's kind of what they did. Pardon me. And now they've kind of gone to that sort of thing. What do you
Yeah,
call
well,
it?
you know that it was
Karaoke.
we kind of took the best of the best karaoke singers and put them in like Vegas style shows. It was pretty cool.
You know, my friend George Trillinger describes karaoke better than anybody else because most people say it wrong. Karaoke, they don't understand it because is it a Japanese word?
Yes.
Japanese word, yeah. And translated, karaoke means this is going to suck.
It started
And
over
man,
there.
is he right.
Yeah, it was called sing.
It's called
One
what?
who could sing with an orchestra or something like that is how
Cinco
it
de
started
Mayo?
in China. No, not Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we get off on subjects quick, don't we?
I don't know, but anyway. What about this? Am I looking up there and seeing an album up there, a Polka Fever?
Well, you know, I figured I'd bring this out one more time, you know, because of course this was definitely one of my favorite shows here at the Opry.
Yeah.
And the highlight for me will always be the dueling accordions when they sang Accordions on Fire. I still have some scars, I think, on my arm from that show, but we'll
Trying to kill yourself?
pretty much.
Yeah, I got it. Let me tell you something, y'all. Excuse me. That I sat right out in the audience for that whole Jimmy Sturr show, the polka show, and it was awesome.
Yeah, they were great.
It
They
was
were
really,
great.
it was really, really good. And I'm not necessarily a connoisseur of polka music necessarily, but I mean, it's not that I hate it. It's not like heavy metal.
I'm
or
convinced
something.
I'm probably the only long-haired 70s rocker who has an autographed polka album by Jimmy Sturr.
Yeah, that's pretty big, though.
Probably, yeah, that's a big deal.
I'm just telling y'all, they were really good.
Yeah, they
I
were
sat
top
out there and
notch.
watched the whole
Pretty good.
show and went, man, those guys, he's not a spring chicken, and he's directing that
they-
orchestra.
Yeah, they were
and-
right on the money. They were
Yeah,
really
that
good.
band, boy, he picked up their hand. Poof, they were.
Yeah.
And they had a little fan club that came that sat
Oh,
right here in
yeah,
front,
yeah.
and they were all wearing shirts, and they had matching shirts, and they knew everybody by name, and they were every time somebody would solo, they would call them out, and it was pretty cool.
Okay, so I have a question, and for you folks in Facebook or anybody sitting here, this is going to change horses here a little bit, but this is why you want to know why my brain, because that's what it does. So Jimmy Sturr, I play in a band, and when you count a song, you count the song for generally the tempo. Like if you go, we're going to start a song, it's like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you start playing it at tempo. Or it's 1, 2, 3, play, bang. Jimmy Sturr started every one of his songs, 1, 2, bang.
Yeah.
Did you notice it?
Yeah.
1, 2, bang. So there was no count.
He almost looked like one of those Catholic teachers that you had, those nurse, the nuns.
Easy.
If he had a stick
went
in his
from
hand, it
Catholic-
would have been a. That's
Yeah.
how it looked like.
Say what now?
You know how he had his hands
had
going.
that
He
little
looked like
stick?
if he had one of them
Oh,
sticks,
yeah.
he'd have knocked the musicians out. You know,
Oh yeah,
pay
yeah. Well,
attention.
his count. He just turned 1, 2, and he'd even say 1, 2, go. But all those songs, maybe they were all that tempo. Which brings me to the question of where I was going. Why, in the name of whatever, do those line dance? Anybody here do the line dance stuff? Anybody do that stuff? You all
sure.
do line dancers? Okay. Whoever. I'm not beating you up. Good for you. But why do you count 5, 6, 7, 8? What happened to 1, 2, 3, 4?
That's reserved for us musicians that can't count past 4.
Yeah, that's what that is. But they'll do that all
We'll
the time.
blame Billy Ray Cyrus. He started that crap.
He
we'll-
did?
Yeah, he did.
How did he
Achy
start it?
breaky.
He did.
He started all that.
Is
No,
there,
there was line dance before that.
Not like that. Not
Yeah,
Nah,
I mean,
those
he
people
kind of
in-
blew it up.
yeah,
but-
those people in Texas were doing that stuff back when
Yeah.
Jesus was a baby.
Yeah,
They
but
were-
it was
they were
different.
da-
It was different when he hit it.
They
though.
were.
You know,
They
back
would
in
dance around in robes and sandals back then. What?
That was only if you lived in Texas, though.
well, back in the day when I was doing road work out west, there was a nightclub that had this T-shirt that had the club mascot,
Yeah.
and it said the only real cowboy line dance, and it had him walking a line with the cop.
Oh yeah.
You know
That
how you
line,
have to
yeah.
walk that line.
That's probably how it started.
Well, we when we were just getting started, and we played a bunch of bars and stuff. And when you played in Texas, you didn't talk in between songs. You didn't do anything. All they wanted was another song because those people were on the dance floor, and you needed to keep those people out on the dance floor. So basically, you're just a jukebox.
Well,
And
it's because if they got off the dance floor, they went to the parking lot.
or got in a fight. Yeah, one. But they were doing that sort of stuff. But I got to find somebody who's got to. Surely somebody knows the answer. Why don't they go 1, 2, 3, 4? Why do they go 5, 6, 7, 8? I don't get it. Anyway, maybe you're right. Maybe musicians can't count.
We can't count past
count
5.
past
So.
4.
Oh, we got a question up here.
Okay, wait. You got to wait. Mike's coming. Mike's our roving. You have the answer to that or no? All right. Your name and where you're from, sir?
Bob and Mavis, we're from Wisconsin.
Hey, Bob. You from whereabouts in Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. We're 45 miles, 35 miles north of where the Packers keep dropping the football.
Yeah.
So
That'd be
anyway,
Green Bay.
is two things,
Yeah.
couple things. Is Jimmy Stern ever going to come back here? Because people didn't turn out.
Well, we didn't have a lot of crowd, and we advertised, we hit it pretty hard, and I would think, I would think that the villages, would have a lot of people because polka music was, listen, polkas weren't big in Alabama, I can tell you that. But up north in Michigan and Minnesota and all that, because all you folks are still Vikings from the beginning or whatever.
Well, what's wrong with the Vikings?
Nothing wrong with the Vikings.
I like they pillaged and burned things down. So
yeah.
anyway.
Well, I mean, that music came. I grew up partially in Michigan. I went to school with people. They all had names that long, Polish names, and so there were lots of Polish jokes. But Polish music was big. Every Sunday in my house, there was polka music, and then you went to church.
Well, the whole problem we have up north is we keep rolling that damn beer barrel out. So, and the other thing, I'm going to have people come against me here for this. Jimmy Stern, I really enjoyed him because he didn't have a tuba. Okay.
Oh, you wanted a tuba?
No, I didn't want it. I don't like tubas. They're actually brass clothes hampers.
No.
I'm that way with
I'm
accordion.
making enemies here.
Let me tell you something funny. When our band was doing Star Search, we stayed at this hotel on Sunset Boulevard. It was the Hyatt. We stayed there because that's where it was the Rockin' Hyatt, where Led Zeppelin people tore it all up. Anyway, right next to it was the Comedy Store. So we'd go over there on Monday nights because we'd get in town on Monday because Star Search filmed on Tuesday and Wednesday, so you could go back and work on weekends. So we'd get in town on Monday, but everybody would go to the Comedy Store. And I saw a bunch of people over there. And a lot of comics would go over there and practice their stuff. I saw the guy from Mork and Mindy, what's his name? Robin Williams. Go over there and just grab a lady's purse and start doing something. But I say that to say some dude came out with a tuba and never said a word and had this tuba and made you laugh really, really hard. It was funny stuff he did with the tuba. I mean, it was...
Well, tubas are funny.
Well, yeah. That's kind of like Eddie coming out in that
accordion.
Damn helmet.
Yeah, Eddie with an accordion.
You really don't have to say
Maybe
anything,
we just ought to
Eddie.
need to do an album of accordion and banjo music, and that would work.
We have some Facebook stuff here.
All right, go.
Well, we have an answer for you.
Oh, we do?
According to Miss Bogus, Jenny Bogus says the Union Gap members features costumes that were based on Union Army uniforms worn during the Civil War.
So maybe
everybody knew that.
The Union Gap. That's what the
So the Stripes must have went that way during the Union.
Yeah, back then they did.
Shame on me, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
awesome.
so thank you, Jenny, for Googling that. And according to Facebook,
Of course, married to the Polka King. Jenny married to the Polka King of South Dakota.
Neil Bogus.
Neil
Yeah.
Bogus, yeah. Okay, one more. Come on.
I lost it. But
All right.
Uh-oh, he lost it. You know, Rhonda Vincent was evidently watching the Brooks and Dunn show Sunday.
Oh, did she comment? We didn't say anything bad about her, did we? I don't think we did. Did she comment?
I don't know if she commented or not, but I know that she was watching.
Yeah.
That came through.
Oh, okay.
Because when you're watching, it pops up when somebody's watching.
So Lisa says that dancers start with 5, 6, 7, 8 to give them the 1 through 4 to get ready to go in, to start dancing.
Oh, so you got 1, 2, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4 to get in position, then 5, 6, 7, 8 to start dancing. I guess is that Lisa?
Yeah, the dancing.
Oh yeah.
dancing Lisa.
Yeah, that's Dan's significant other.
Well, that's just what you want to do in a bar drinking, trying to figure out skip the first 4 and just jump to 5. Yeah,
Well,
that'll work.
Well,
What
I
could
guess
go wrong there, right?
that's the musicians' 4 count, getting everybody on the floor.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then
5, 6, 7,
I got it.
8.
Then go. Then we start dancing. I got it. Well, that makes sense. If
Boy, who knew this was going to be an educational
I
show?
remember when Electric Slide first hit, and people were just like running into each other, and that was funny to watch.
Well,
and it still happens every now and then. You'll get people that they're supposed to go one way first, and they go the other, and then bam.
We learned this weekend, though, thanks to Kenny, that when you start your line dance, it's to the right first always.
Yeah. Now let me ask you something.
You always go to the right.
This
first.
is not going to make a lot of people happy. Is that line dancing? It's not really dancing, though, is it? It's kind of marching in a line. That's not really dancing, is it? I mean, come on. When I asked my mom, Larry's a dancer. In case y'all don't know that, he can dance and has been able to for a long, long time. And when I asked my mom, I said, what attracted you to my dad? And my dad was pretty handsome, but really handsome. But she said, well, he was extremely handsome, but he was a great dancer. And this is back in the 40s and the 50s when guys danced. You know, they had all these different kind of dances. My dad could do it. My sister still does it sometimes. Not with my dad's passed away, but they could do all that stuff. You know, whatever they're called, swinging around, really dancing. You know, not spazzing out on the floor. Or when I played the bars, and for a while, these girls would be dancing, and I would say, ladies, there's nothing attractive and no reason for you to be dancing and put your hands on the floor. Do not put your hands on the floor, ladies, while dancing. No reason for that. If you want to praise Jesus, that's fine. But do not put your hands on the floor because that's not a pretty sight for guys playing in the band. Dear God. But I always thought line dancing, I'm not beating it up because I did a television show called The Wild Horse Saloon for about 3 years in Nashville. And they did all that dancing stuff. That's what it was, people danced. And when it came to the line dancing stuff, I thought, well, that's not really dancing. That's kind of just not much different than we did in the military, right? Left, right, left, right.
Drill corps.
It's kind of marching in a line. But
In
whatever.
the villages, it's just exercise. It's just exercise in it.
Here's a question I have for you for the village
people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I played racquetball for many, many years to the point where I got bad shoulders from it and was pretty good at it. What is pickleball? I hear you guys play pickleball.
Oh, it's a combination of tennis and table tennis put together.
So is it played in a court, like racquetball in a court?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a court, and you play with a ball, obviously, and a racket. Big racket, little racket.
Small, way smaller than a tennis racket.
Oh, smaller than a tennis racket. All right, hon, tell your name, where you're from.
Kathy Winter, originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
That a girl.
Boy.
Question for you. Now, we come here a lot. You have a lot of great entertainment. Do you ever watch a group and say, I think we can do that song, or we can do it as good as they can?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Or are there songs that you do, but then you see one of these tribute bands do it and say, you know what, they did this a little bit differently than we do.
That happens all the time, too.
We'd like to do that.
Yeah, yes, and yes.
We picked up 2 songs from the Doobie Brothers show Saturday that we want to pick up.
Yeah, so they come in there and play. I will brag on my band. Ain't none of those tribute bands can play any of those songs any better than the Orange Blossom Opry Band. Now, and not to take anything away from them. So I played in a touring band most of my life. That's what I did. So we played the same songs. So when you go see, I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I'm just telling you that when you go see whoever, Gene Watson, or you go see Sawyer Brown, or you go see the Eagles, or whoever you go see, they're awesome, and they should be awesome because they've been playing the same songs. When I went back and played with Sawyer Brown a couple weeks ago, I had to go back and listen to some of the stuff I played on the records because I hadn't, listened to it in years. And I went back and I'm playing those songs, and it was fun because I hadn't played them in a long time, and it was awesome. But I think those guys are still playing those same songs every night, so they should be good at that. Now, when you're a tribute band, you're doing the same thing. You're playing the same songs every night, and you should, if you're a tribute band, you should have them exactly like the record. They should be exactly, that's what a tribute band is. Now, our band doesn't have that luxury because one night we're playing for Hotel California, and the next night we're playing for Jimmy Sturr, and the next night we're playing for Rhonda Vincent. So our band has to metamorphosize, there's a big word for hillbilly, into all these things. And we play every one of those songs as good as we can. And like I said, I'll put our boys up against anybody because I just put a thing on my Facebook. I don't know if you looked at it, but if you see my Facebook, but it's playing Hotel California and it's playing Heartaches by the Number. And it's that far back and killing both of them.
It's the same band.
Same band. So, the Orange Blossom Opry Band is a special little thing here because they're a tribute band too, but a tribute to everything because they're playing all of that stuff. And now we have a band that finally plays what needs to be played.
Speaking
you,
of,
Mike.
hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Speaking of bragging on the band members, I was out shopping yesterday. I don't know, Kurt, if you can get in tight on this. I saw this record in the store yesterday.
I can't see
It's a Trisha Yearwood,
Oh, yeah.
Real Live Woman record, and I was thinking, the guy that's playing bass on that record is in our band.
Yeah.
I pulled out the liner, and on every song, bass is Keith Horn.
Yeah.
Keith Horn played every song on this record.
So
I bought the record. It was $2 at Goodwill.
So
Big spender.
I wonder if Keith will get his 3 cents. So the guys in the Opry band aren't tribute acts. They've been playing with the real deal. That Keith played with Peter Frampton, not tribute bands, but the real
Actual Peter Frampton.
Yeah, and so I hope the folks realize again what a special treat it is to have all these guys in this band. Yes, sir. Name and where you're from.
John, and I'm from the 51st state, now Florida, though.
Yeah,
I'm from West Canada.
a little closer.
With all the people that you have and your collectiveness, why aren't you laying down something new and creative from your own recent stuff you want to put down? I know you've got some spare time, so.
You mean like music? Yeah,
Nobody wants that.
Well, a lot of people have asked us about playing original material. I don't know if you can, original material, I've got, that I come from that background. I work for a publishing company. Everybody's a songwriter. Everybody that comes in, I'm a songwriter. Any one of you guys can write a song this afternoon if you want to. But that doesn't mean you're a songwriter. That just means you've written a song. And so you got to have something really good, first of all. You can't just put a bunch of crap out there. I wouldn't do that. And I don't know if people would want to listen to that or not. We've been asked, some people have asked us to do original material. It's an artsy kind of thing. My opinion is people want to hear something they're familiar with. When you go out, when we kick off the intro to Hotel California, the whole place goes crazy. If I kick off the intro to some song Dave and I just wrote, you guys are going to go, what? What's that? So I don't know. It's not that we're against it. I just don't know if everybody would like that thing. If I'd be willing to take a try at it, but,
Well,
because I did that for a long time. All those songs that we put out, I wrote a bunch of those songs. I got songs I wrote on a lot of other that I wrote. Reba McEntire recorded my songs. I've got lots of people that have recorded songs I've written, but I don't really know I don't know. We'll talk about it maybe. It's interesting. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What do you say?
No. I just I agree with you that not everybody can be a songwriter. I've written songs, but I'm definitely not a songwriter. You know.
When I came here on Thursday nights, they used to let people come up and sing their songs. You know, that was kind of a little more free for all. And I said, listen, that's just think about what he's doing. Yeah, that's just some guy who thinks he's a songwriter that's written some song that's not good, and you're trying to make people listen to that. That's why we stopped the original material from people, because I hang around some serious songwriters that are real songwriters, and they'll sit down and play you 4 or 5 songs that'll knock your socks off. And that's what we'd have to have. I don't know if we can find that, but it's a great question, and thank you for asking.
Hey, one thing I wanted to point out when you were talking about the band playing
I
the
want to
same,
eat one of these donuts again, but
the same 15 songs, you know, when you were talking about that.
Yeah.
The same thing, I ran into that, you know, when Diamond Rio comes in here, because Diamond Rio's like, guys, worked with him for 25 years and knows exactly, it's all computerized, and it showed exactly how everything was. Now, that was an amazing show. They have a huge budget lighting-wise, but when you look at that, he did it was all computerized to exact same tempo of the exact song. And I mean, to me, it's kind of like you guys. I think it would get old for me to be able to do the exact same thing night after night.
Well, yeah. You know, you can watch a lot of those guys. T. Grant Brown said one time, "Oh, sorry," he said, "I was thinking about something else." He's probably saying Darlene or whatever it was so many times that he can sing that song and work on his taxes or something. So the one thing about the Orange Blossom Opry Band, in not being a young man, I think it's healthy for your brain. We have to constantly learn new songs. We have to constantly remember this and read and learn this part, and it keeps your brain functioning, because you got to really.
Also, doing as diverse sets as we do is it keeps us. We have to be honest. We actually have to perform and play all the parts. We can't use sequencers. We can't use pre-recorded parts. It's got to all be live. It's all got to be right there.
That's one thing about the Orange Blossom Opry Band. There's nobody back here playing tracks and faking it and doing that. There's none of that going on. Now, there's a lot of that going on out in the real world, a lot more than you would even know, because a lot of those guys, I don't want to start naming names, but a lot of those guys don't sing live anymore, and you don't know.
We have another question.
Yeah, question. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yep.
I
know you've been here long enough to know.
Terry at Summerfield.
Yeah.
We went to the Hotel California show last week.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, in my opinion, that when you guys do the same songs that Hotel California does, you're as good or better than they are.
Well, thank you. Oh, that's good. Well, because, I mean, what my point was is we try to be, if you want to call it a tribute band, for every song. So I always, one of the things is, so you sat down and learned the intro to Sweet Home Alabama. Because when you kick off the intro to Sweet Home Alabama, you know what it is. Immediately people go, whoa, just like Hotel California. Well, why didn't you learn the intro to Mama Tried right? Why didn't you learn the intro to this song right? Because it takes time. And so we're kind of a tribute band because every song we play, it's guys, you got to play it just like the record. So we're playing Hotel California just like the record, or as close as we possibly can to the record as well. But we're also playing Heartaches by the Number, which is totally something different.
And just as hard.
And just as hard in its own right. So our band's kind of, that's the thing about our band is they got to, if you come see the band, we won't be playing the same show when we open for, I don't know, Tina Turner in a couple days that we'll be playing when we open for Rhonda Vincent. It'll be the same guys, but it'll be totally different stuff. So, and it is cool, and it keeps you fresh, and it keeps this job exciting. And I think that's what the success of the Orange Blossom Opry Band and Friday Night Live is because we play so many other crazy things. Yes, sir. I'll go, this guy here first, then we'll do Facebook. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Okay, but what you guys do is define the word professional.
Well, yeah. I
Thank
mean,
you very much.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
thank you.
You know, you can ask these guys. Sometimes I get a little tick, but I'll get on them for one word. And we all forget words, don't get me wrong. That's just part of the business. But after you've learned a song, if you're singing the instead of the, or, you know, I'm going to go to the guy, they don't like it because I don't like that. You know, we are, Dave will tell you, if we're going to learn a song, it's got to be within a couple keys, a key or two of the record.
Details matter too.
Yeah, if you
little
can't,
parts.
if you move a song, you take one of the songs, whatever it is, and move it down. I can't sing it in that key. I got to sing it in this key, which is an oddball key. Don't sing it.
Yeah,
Because it ain't going to sound nothing like the record, because there goes all the stuff, and people don't understand that. One of the worst is, you know, people don't realize that Ronnie Dunn sings pretty high for a baritone singer that he is. Boot Scootin' Boogie's kind of high. Most guys want to sing it in a different key, and there goes all the sound of the whole record. Just don't sing it if you can't sing it in the record key.
Got another Facebook question.
Yeah, come on.
Who in the band is the oldest, and who in the band is the youngest?
Why don't you just mind your own business?
Yeah.
I'll say
That's
that
like saying who has the best hair.
I will say
I
that
got
Chris
the
is the
answer to that
youngest.
one.
Chris is the youngest. He's got me by like 6 months.
Yeah, Cowboy Chris is the youngest, and moi is the old man. Yeah, I'm the oldest guy.
Hey,
But I've got the
coming to
most hair.
We're coming to the end of it, but real quick, I wanted to remind everybody that we do have an official Orange Blossom Opry app that's available
Yes.
for free. You can download it from any app platform, Google Play or iTunes or Apple Store. On the app, you can find, we have some great shows coming up in April. We got the $1 Million Reunion, Piano Man, the
Yes.
Jive Aces, Walter Trout. On the app, you can buy tickets right then and there and reserve your seats. You can watch replays of this show. You can see who's coming up.
Why would you do that?
Well, you know, just to make sure that you know exactly why the Union Gap wears those upside down.
That's right. Hey, let me tell you something else. Heather just showed me a shirt, and I'm not trying to kiss up to the boss, but that's my favorite color. Whatever color shirt she just showed me is, what is that color called? Somebody have to tell me. Terracotta. Yeah, my wife probably hate that. But all those, when I go on vacation and I buy shirts from Jackson Hole and all these things, I try to buy that color because I like that color. So we have some new polo shirts in that are awesome. Dear Jesus, why did we order these? But we have more cowbells. We also have T-shirts and magnets in stock at our little store up there. So stop by and visit I call it the pawn shop, but that's not what it's called. But what is it called? I don't know what
Flatlanders.
Flatlanders, yeah. The gift shop up there, they got a lot of nice things, but those shirts are bad. Man, they're really cool. And I told the boss, I don't wear golf shirts because today I don't golf. Today I don't golf. So no, I'm over that. But like Dave said, some great shows still coming in April, May, and in June, those rascals Sawyer Brown will be here. So we're going to be busy.
Very busy.
Till our break in July. So in July, Mike and I have already got an outline. Where'd Mike go? We've already got an outline for our motorcycle trip this summer. We always like people to follow us on Facebook. It's a lot of fun because we get into all kinds of... We will be closed June 29th to July what, Captain? Till the 31st. Good morning, Nathan. I just saw Nathan Smith out there. Good morning. So we'll be, so just so you know, July 29th we close. Is that the
June
date?
29th.
June 29th we close?
Through July 31st.
So by the night of June 29th, would it be a fair assessment to say we'll be in Paducah, Kentucky by then?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we should make Paducah, Kentucky that day. Next day, Sioux City, Sioux City, Iowa, and then the next day up into
Rapid City.
South Dakota. So 3 days after we close, I'll be in the Dakotas, and we'll be on motorcycles, running with what do you call that? With Peter Fonda and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Easy Riders.
We'll be Easy Riders. That'll be us.
I'd like it not to end that way.
Yeah. hopefully there's more to that story.
Well, thank you again for the people that brought donuts.
Yeah, good grief. Yeah, I'm going to have one of those. I've been looking at it.
Yeah, it's been staring me in the eye, too.
Yeah, so I may have to eat just one more. But thank you for the donuts and whoever brought the brownies. They're back there. And thank you, everybody, for showing up at the show. It's a lot of fun. Some of y'all, is this your first time here? Have you been here? Yes. Where are you from, ma'am? Hold on. We got time to get you on here. Hold on. Here comes Mike. Go ahead.
Hi.
Yep.
My name is Gail.
Yep.
And I come to see your show every time you play.
Oh, good, Gail.
And I grew up in East Tennessee and did my working life in Richmond, Virginia, and now I live here in Florida.
Wow. Richmond, Virginia is, I got two things that happened to me. One, I was there in Richmond, Virginia the day I got discharged from the Army. Somehow I ended up there.
Interesting.
And I also went to jail in Richmond, Virginia. When I was 18.
They weren't related, were they?
No, they weren't related. They were years apart.
His name is on the prison cell.
Yeah, no, it was just a jail, just a weekend thing. My dad had to bail me out. I was in the Army. He had to send me money. Where in East Tennessee did you live?
Kingsport, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, no, well, Kingsport, it's beautiful over there.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, my husband saw Keith Horn play in Richmond, Virginia back when he was 18.
Oh, yeah, Keith grew up in that area.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh my God, that's Keith Horn.
Yeah, we do that every night.
Yeah.
You go, oh my God, that's Keith Horn.
Keith has got a pretty strong resume, we could put it like that. He's played with
all the big ones.
All the greats, you know. He played with Tanya Tucker for a long time, Trisha Yearwood, playing on their records, being in their band. You know.
He played with Luke Bryan.
Played with Luke Bryan. Yeah, I played with a bunch.
We won't hold that against him.
Well, he played with the guy from Virginia. Who's that singer from Virginia? He doesn't sing anymore.
Ricky Van Shelton.
Ricky Van Shelton. He played
he
with
was in Ricky Van
Van.
Shelton's
Rick's one of those. Keith's one of those guys. As can Davey, metamorphosized from the country boy to right off the deep end into rock and roll.
Yeah, y'all will see that tomorrow night when we open for DeSoto Tigers.
Yeah, it's our
Festival,
first blues band. You guys come and see us, and even if we suck, yell for us because we're gonna have to play tomorrow night. It's our first blues opening, and I think we know 2 songs right now. But by tomorrow we'll be up to 5.
We'll have at least 3.
They'll have 3 or 4.
Or 2 very long ones.
Yeah. They'll just.
Well, it is blues, so
It's blues, so you can just keep playing guitar solos over one another. Don't forget, everybody, coming up right after the podcast is
Dangerous Dave's Guitar of the Week. We've got a couple new ones, and like I promised before, we are getting some of our stars are getting in on it. So Taylor Malpas did one with me. So,
oh, he did?
Yeah, I don't. We're going to broadcast his a little bit later in the run because we're doing a new one every week. So make sure to stick around for that. And I think we're eventually going to move it to a Wednesday though because we're going to try to get its own separate.
Yeah. Stop riding on my shirt tails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a cool thing, guys. You need to check it out because Dangerous. Nobody knows more about guitars than Dangerous, and that's the truth.
Yes.
And he's got a lot of guitars. So if you want to know,
maybe Ranger Doug though, because the last time I was here, he was schooling me pretty good.
Oh well, we may need to get Ranger Doug to do something because that whole guitar, his is a 38 or something like that.
Yeah.
Hello to my little nephew Mitchell, who's watching up in Lake City, and hey, Fred Como, I see you on the line here. Freddie and I played in a little band for a minute called Cowboy Up, and played some of the beer joints, hell holes, and everything else in Alabama. Big fight in a couple of those places I got into. Our band played 3 songs, and I got in a fight, and we got thrown out. The cops came, but it's hard to. Here's a funny story. I'm playing pedal steel guitar, and this guy did something he shouldn't do. Just should not done that. We'll leave it at that. And I went, come here. This is our 3rd song. Come here. So he comes up. The stage is a little bit higher than this, and I go, no, come here. I'm sitting down. And he comes up and goes like this, and I go, bam, as hard as I can. He flies back, cops come, and the show was over. 3 songs. I
Is
don't
that
do
number
that.
2 jail night?
Yeah, no, I didn't go to jail. It was his fault. It was his bad. Come to find out, the worst thing about the whole story, I'll tell you sometime. But he was the bar owner on top of everything else. But he went to the slammer, not me. All right, enough of that stuff. God bless you. I hope you all had a good time, everybody. We got to run. God bless you. Thank you so much. Come see us at the Orange Blossom Opry sometime. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, y'all.
Are we off the air?
Dangerous Dave's Guitar of the Week. Today we're featuring my good buddy Jake and his Stratocaster. Jake plays with the group Hotel California. A salute to the Eagles. So, Jake, what you got with us today?
So this is a 2010 Olympic Pearl American Deluxe Stratocaster. I actually bought this guitar about 2 or 3 years ago in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Sweetwater.
Love Sweetwater.
I wasn't shopping for a Strat at the time. We go there about once a year, and I was perusing through the used section, and this was just hanging on the wall, and I picked it up, and it was like, I just gotta have it.
Called out to you?
It just did, and it went from being my backup at first to pretty much being a main staple that I play most of the show. It just keeps surprising me and just does anything. So
nice. Now, the deluxe is because it has the humbucker in the bridge, right?
that's right, and it's actually got a couple other wiring things. It's actually got a soloing button here, which goes straight to the bridge full, and it's really cool. And it goes series and parallel, and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's a lot of tones in this.
I love the color too. My bike is pearl.
Oh,
pearl
thank
white,
you.
so.
Yeah, yeah. It felt super unique, and it just called to me. It was like, yeah, this is me.
Very nice, very nice. Well, that's the Guitar of the Week for this week. Make sure to follow us and like the Orange Blossom Opry page. Comment and send any questions you have in care of the Orange Blossom Opry. I'm Dangerous Dave, and we'll see you guys next week.